Hello Magic players, SkyLagger speaking from France, and welcome to my channel where we are discussing and playing some mid-range and control builds so we can learn together and help making our Magic environment a better place by promoting interactive builds. And today we are playing blue-white control in a modern league, so stay tuned! Are you ready to take control of the game? Did I just break it? Okay, we are on the play, which is kind of good, and, well, this hand is a little bit shabby. Well, it's a bit risky because of the two Gideons, but I think that we have to keep it. We don't really know what we're playing up against, and if we end up playing against some sort of combo deck, this Gideon might prove to be very, very strong. We have this Spell Snare for an early interaction, and we have some lands, so I don't think that we can reasonably pass this hand. Steam Vents, untapped, and Serum Visions, so we may end up playing against Storm, which means this Gideon will be kind of hard to cast, because tapping out will be very, very risky, but if we manage to resolve one Gideon without dying, we can then start making emblems and attacking for each turn, so it will be great, I think. Okay, so we drew our fourth land. Let's play the fetch land, and we'll grab another Hallowed Fountain. Next turn, we won't be able to cast Gideon. Okay, Steam Vents, so that's probably not Storm. Okay, so we're probably playing against some Jeskai deck, and I think I'm gonna wait for this Gideon. I'm gonna wait one more turn, this way I have Spell Snare in backup, just in case. Let's start attacking their mana base and start the cards flowing. And dig further into our deck, because we will have to play at a faster pace than we kind of want to because of their burn spells. Yeah. So if the game goes too long, I think that they are slightly advantaged in this matchup. Not much, but slightly. Okay, so Hallowed Fountain untapped. That's kind of scary. Here I think I'm gonna slam my Gideon, which means I can't play this Colonnade, but I want to try resolving this Gideon. And if they have Logic Knot, they have Logic Knot. I mean, we have another Gideon, so okay. And I'm gonna plus, because I want to dodge a Lightning Helix or a Lightning Bolt here. Okay, so one Gideon on the floor. Snapcaster Mage, which I'm gonna counter. So unfortunately, we have to tap out entirely here. But as I said, if they kill our Gideon, that's not a real problem. We have another one. So I let them waste their resources on my Gideon happily, kind of happily. Plus we have this Sphinx's Revelation, if the game goes a little bit longer. So here I expect them to try to kill this Gideon. So if they could tap out, yeah, so them tapping out is kind of cool. Still hope they don't have a Logic Knot, because I'm gonna try resolving this Gideon. Do we want to bluff a counter? I don't think we do, because obviously they will try to counter our Gideon. So let's play the Colonnade and play Gideon. And one more time, I'm gonna plus, because I still want to dodge a Lightning Bolt or something. So they spent 2 burn spells on our Gideon, plus 1 Snapcaster Mage. I'm kind of happy with the trade, because they are left with only 2 cards in hand, and now we can kind of safely start plussing. I don't think we want to attack, because they play Path of Exile, and if they path our Gideon, that would be kind of bad. But the question is, okay, so let's start by plussing. Okay, let's start attacking with the Colonnade. I think that if they path, I'm kind of okay. That's not the best thing that could happen, but at least we get a land out of the trade. Okay, so it happened. Worst case scenario here, they have Geistosane drafts, but I think that they are playing some sort of more control-ish build. Okay, Snapcaster Mage on Serum Visions, which means I think here I'm gonna Path just to make them shuffle if they go top. And they went top. So here I think I want to Path, and then I'm gonna Sphinx's Revelation during my turn, main phase, while they are tapped out. Well, they still have access to negate, but if they have negate, that's really unfortunate, right? That's really unfortunate if they have negate. So let's say they don't have negate, okay? Let's pretend. Let me hope. Okay, Detention Sphere is quite good here too. I think I want to attack here. I want to continue applying pressure. One more time. If they have Path, that's unfortunate, but I don't think that they have Path. The way that they played, okay, so they drew one. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so they drew one Path. Yeah, I was more inclined to believe that they had put the Path on the top with their Revelation, but it seems like they already had drawn it. That's rough. Okay, so we lost our Gideon. Oh, okay. So I would have liked to have this Gideon for the Celestial Colonnade, but we have this Field of Ruin. Opponent is playing Vendilion Click and is gonna have a look at our hand. Okay, Detention Sphere is gone, but we drew another Field of Ruin. Cryptic Command. So I'm gonna play the Field of Ruin. And do I want to attack? I think I want to attack here. So yeah, let's start by attacking. The question is, do I want to Path? And I think the answer is yes. I know that's not the best sequencing here that I had, but I kind of had the ideas flowing in my head while I was doing this stuff. Spell Queller on my Path, so I can't do much about that. But I'm still gonna attack here, because I'm more ahead of the race. And they don't block. Okay, so I'm kind of fine with that. Yes, I'm not gonna put a stop on my draw step, on their draw step, because I may have wanted to just burst their Colonnade, which I'm probably gonna do. So let's go after their Colonnade. Let's grab an island, and we are probably gonna take 3 at least. Okay, 5. So they want to race. So they are trying to race me. And here I think I'm just gonna attack one more time. There's no real need to keep Field of Ruin up. So let's activate Colonnade. Attack for 4. And pass the turn. So here, creature-wise, we are winning the race, and they can't burn us to death. I think that their plan is just to continue racing and then burn us. What do I want to do here? I think I'm okay taking the damages. And do I want a cryptic here? And bounce something? I don't think so, because then they can block. So let's take our turn. Okay, so drawing a land here was kind of good. So let's pay 5 for our Colonnade. Attack one more time. And now we have Cryptic Command plus Logic Knot. Okay, I'm gonna try Logic Knotting that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't think I'm gonna cast one more Path, right? Or Spell Snare at least. So 5. So that's not for 5. So they take 4 here. And here, unless they have double bolts, which is kind of unlikely, I think, we might be okay. And here, do I want a cryptic bounce, tap draw, or if I cryptic tap draw and they have Spell Queller, they have another blocker, but they have to block with it, which would be kind of rough. I think that we just have to hope that they attack. Okay, so Spell Queller attacking. So here I'm dead to double bolts, but I think I have to give it a shot, I believe. So try to tap their click and draw. This way I can attack full lethal. And again, if they have double bolt, they have double bolts. I don't see how I can win without taking some risks here. Okay, that happened. So let's attack with Colonnade one more time and see what happens. I don't see us losing here with 2 counter spells. We can counter. Okay, so here I'm gonna negate that. And unless they have something like Snapcaster Mage, which I can still counter. Okay. Whew. So against Jeskai control and not Jeskai tempo, what do I want? Obviously, I want Dispels. I want Negate. I don't think I want Disdainful Stroke. I don't think I want Ruined Halo, because if they have Geist of Saintshaft, that's not the question. I mean, I can't name the Angel token, so that doesn't do much here. Jace is probably not the best. Detention Sphere is not very good too. I don't think that Rune Halo is good. We could name Celestial Colonnade, but we already have Spreading Seas and Field of Ruins. I don't want to cut Spreading Seas. It might be a mistake, but I don't like cutting Spreading Seas against 3 colors control builds. Of course, they already play some blue, and so we are not really hurting them as much as we would like to, but I think that it's still a mistake to cut them because they play 3 colors. They often need 2 white or 1 white, 1 red, maybe 2 red if they bring in PI and Kiran Nalar. Maybe I bring also Elspeth, because it's kind of difficult for them to deal with it. Jace could help because it's card advantage. So I'm gonna keep 1 Jace. Well, I obviously only have 1 Jace. And I'm gonna cut some path. Supreme Verdict is not very good too, so here let's bring that. And let's cut Detention Sphere and Supreme Verdict. We have a lot of dead cards against them, so let's bring in 1 more Detention Sphere. Okay, so we have a lot of dead cards against them. Let's hope we draw the great half of our deck. And this hand is okay. Not the best. Not the best. If they have something like a turn 3 Geist, if they had Geist in their sideboard, we're in trouble. Vendilion Click is good. Okay, so this hand is starting to get better. Unfortunately, it still doesn't do much against a turn 3 Geist. We have Spreading Seas and Field of Ruin, which means that we can mess a little with their mana base. Okay, so they are fetching for a Sacred Foundry, which means, I guess, that they have several burn spells in their hand, sorry. Of course, they have several burn spells in their deck. Oh, come on! Why so many mistakes? So let's fetch for a Halo Fountain, tapped. Supreme Verdict, yep, that's not a great draw. So let's play Glacial Fortress and then Spreading Seas, I guess. And I think here we're getting countered, but at least we get their counter of their hand. Okay, so Rune Halo, again, not the best. I can still name bolts, I guess. If they cast bolts, okay, so they don't cast bolts. So here's several options. I can Rune Halo and name lightning bolts, Geist of Saint Draft. Okay, so this Supreme Verdict is kind of looking a little bit more sexy here. Path of Exile. Okay, so here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna main phase click. We're gonna take a hit from this. Well, do I want to main phase click? Maybe not. Because next turn we 100% cast Supreme Verdicts. So maybe we just cast Ruined Halo Naming Bolt. Yeah, let's do this. This way our click is both a control card and a beatdown card. So let's name Lightning Bolt and pass the turn. And I'm not gonna pass the Angel while they're attacking. What we could have done is Vendulum click them and try to see if they had another Geist. Because if they have another one, that's rough. Okay, so I don't know why I kept saying it was a control build of a Jeskai control. That's obviously a tempo build. So let's cast our Supreme Verdict and hope they don't have another one. Okay, so no follow-up, which means I'm gonna draw step click them, I think. So let's try. So double blue. Okay, so Vendulum click, any counter, opponent. Yeah, I don't know why I kind of tunneled and believed it was a control deck, Jeskai control deck. They played Spell Quellers, so obviously they had Geist of Saint Draft. So cutting most of my Supreme Verdict was very, very dumb. If we lose this game, of course, I'm gonna take them back and bring more of them here. Yeah, I really don't know why I thought it was Jeskai control. That's a really, really stupid mistake. So hopefully I didn't make that many mistakes in the first game. If that's the case, I'm sorry. It's kind of early in the morning, so I have to warm up and just relearn how to win some games. Okay, logic not for 2. That's unfortunate, but we can't do much about that. Okay, so let's hope they don't have another Geist. Okay, no Geist. I'm still fine with that. Field of Ruin. So, do we want to try messing up with their mana base, or do we want to try to resolve a Jace? They probably have Cryptic Command here, so I'm just gonna pass. And bluff a counter spell too. And then we'll start messing with their mana base. We can try cutting them out of red here. Alright, so let's start attacking their mana base. So we are a little bit behind here, mainly because of my stupid mistake and of sideboard. This Ruined Halo, I think, is quite effective because I don't see them not have at least one bolt here, which is a bad news for our Jace, because if they have bolts, they will fire the bolts at Jace, which makes me wonder if I really want to cast this Jace right now, and I still think I do, because I've not that many things to do with my mana here. So let's try to cast Jace. If they counter, we fight over Jace, I think, with negates. Okay, so Spell Queller. Yep. I don't think I want to fight again over this. But I'd kind of like one activation out of this Jace, so maybe I just fight over this. So let's path the Queller. Unfortunately, we give them one more land, but I really want one activation out of this Jace. At least one activation. Dispel, so let's try to fight. Okay, we won the fight. And we get to cast our Jace. Okay, so cast Jace. And let's -2. Well, another stupid mistake of mine. I said that they could fire their bolts at our Jace, but obviously they can't because they still didn't change. They still haven't changed the rule, so you still have to target your opponent before casting the burn spell. So we have one Dispel in hand here, which is kind of nice. So we're tapped out, but if they cast Geist of Sintraft, considering that they have cast already one Dispel and one Logic Knot, I don't think that they have that many counter spells. Maybe they have another Cryptic Command, which would be quite hard a bit to beat here. So I'm not gonna tap out before I see what's on the top of my library. Okay, well that's the deal. So let's put both on the top. So Cryptic Command first, because we may need to have access to Cryptic Command. And let's cross our fingers and try to resolve this Gideon. If we get to, that's fantastic. And they know about the Dispel, so they have to have 2 counterspells here. But I still think that they have to fight over this Gideon, just so I cast my Dispel out. Okay, so let's plus Gideon, and things are going quite well here. I'm really sorry, I'm probably often saying some stupid things and not speaking that well, and my grammar is probably horrendous. I'm gonna wake up, promise. I'm gonna wake up. Okay, so let's, do we want a plus or minus? I think we want a minus first. So obviously here we are taking Azcanta. So let's take Azcanta, put the lands on the bottom. Let's attack with Gideon and hope they don't have like 2 paths, because I don't want to fire up my both counterspells. Here, if they path, I think I'm still gonna Cryptic. I want to keep this Dispel for another fight. Okay, so let's counter draw. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, Snapcaster Mage is not a bad draw. Let's deal them 6. Do I want to cast Azcanta? I think I want to cast Azcanta here. Okay, fine. So here we are very far ahead. The great news, well, the bad news for us, the great news for them is that they are gonna flip their Azcanta, transform it, and start spinning the wheel of Azcanta and finding some good stuff. But we are gonna do that too. Do I want Spreading Seas? Yep. I want to draw Spreading Seas. And I want to transform Azcanta. So first, let's Spreading Seas first. Well, let's Jace first, because I know that I'm gonna forget seeing how I play since the beginning of this video. So let's try to go after their Azcanta here. Okay, so they activate Azcanta here. That's obviously the right move. And here with our Dispel, we can Dispel, Snapcaster Mage, Dispel, or Dispel, Snapcaster Mage, negate and protect our Dispel. Okay, Serum Visions is not too scary, which means we can kind of safely attack with our Gideon, unless they have another way to interact with our Gideon. Spell Queller. Do I want to fight over Spell Queller? Do I want to fight over the Spell Queller? I can't fight over over this Spell Queller. But I'm gonna cast Snapcaster Mage, Path Exile, and go again after this Azcanta. So let's Path the Spell Queller. That move leaves us with a little bit less interaction here. Okay, Lightning Bolt my Snapcaster Mage, I'm fine with that. Of course, if we could have attacked with Snapcaster Mage plus Colonnade plus Gideon, that would have been great, but if my opponent wants my Snapcaster to die, it has to die. Okay, so Azcanta has now become an island, and we drew an island. So let's attack with Gideon safely, because they only have here another island. And I think that will be a GG here. I don't see how they could possibly come back from this. And I don't even think I want to activate Azcanta here, because if they find something like Cryptic Command, well, if they find Cryptic Command, we can still attack with our Celestial Colonnade, so maybe I'm supposed to activate Azcanta here. Because if I activate Azcanta, they cast Cryptic Command. Oh, 3 Serum Visions. That's a lot of their Serum Visions. They cast Cryptic Command on my Gideon, bounce it, and then I can attack with my Colonnade. So, okay. So do I want to spin the wheel of Azcanta? Yeah, if they bounce my Gideon, I still can attack with my Celestial Colonnade. So, okay, Lightning Helix. I have nothing against that, and they kill my Jace, which is a bit unfortunate, but what do you want? Okay, I'm gonna take Logic Knot here. Do I want to attack with everything? Do I have enough to protect myself? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we have to go for it, right? So let's animate our Colonnade, animate our Gideon, and try to go for it. With Logic Knot and Dispel, I think we are okay. So let's Dispel that. Snapcaster Mage, okay. On their Dispel, so no. I didn't want, yeah, that was a mistake. I should have countered the Snapcaster Mage too, but I didn't see that they only had that they had 0 card in hand. So now I have to counter the Dispel, but the Snapcaster Mage is gonna block. Okay, and GG's. So yeah, that wasn't a great move. I should have countered the Snapcaster Mage because they had 0 card in hand, but that's the bad point on Magic Online. You don't see the back of their cards, so you can't visually see where your opponent is card-wise, cards in hand-wise. So yeah, great games. A few mistakes from my part, but we definitely see that Blue-White Control is a great and powerful deck. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.